J73 here. Welcome to, I guess this will be issue 97 plus our month 25 unboxing. This is the final month. I've actually had it for about 3 weeks now, so I did actually go ahead and unbox it. Plus, the box kind of came beat up pretty bad. Like the sides were loose. This was all torn out. I'm not really that impressed with how they package these boxes. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this open the rest of the way just so I can get it completely folded out. But yeah, this package showed up and it was just kind of sad and pathetic all at the same time. So we've got our final let's see, here's issue 98. So it looks like we've got more landing gear pieces, the pieces for the front. I think these are like the shield emitters or something. The pieces for the back of the kind of the top of the engine. Tons more greeblies. We've got issue 97. We'll be doing this one today. Issue 99, which is the last issue. It looks like we've got the little thrust vector plates, some more greeblies, whatever those go on. We've got a little promotion for the build the R2-D2. Let me know in the comments whether or not you'd like to see this, if you'd like to see me build this. I'm not really... R2-D2 is pretty cool, but I'm kind of like on the fence about it, especially because of all the confusion with the final pack, as well as their huge mess up with getting me my replacement parts in a timely manner. So it's kind of soiled my experience, but it definitely looks like a really cool, well done model. So there's, you know, I don't know how much I can fit into the thing, but or into the camera view, but you know, you got a nice little promo poster there, which is pretty cool. We also have our, oh wait, where's issue 100? Oh, it's down here. We get our little remote control. I've actually been told that this does not include a battery, and I should probably just open it up right now, because by the time I'm ready for issue 100 and the battery, I need to know. So I'm just gonna pop issue. I know it's like reading the oh no, it's even. I don't think it's got a battery in it. The little light's not lighting up. So I'll have to do some research, order a battery in for that. I'm just gonna set that aside for right now. We also have some pretty cool full-size like painting guides for the Millennium Falcon. I think these are a little bit overdone. Excuse me. They're also fairly dark. A lot of this you won't paint this dark. You just won't. So there's a couple of those, and then the piece that everybody has been wondering about forever is, let me get this out of the way, is the wall mount. Which you could probably also build into a stand if you really wanted to. So we've got the wall mount. It uses the screws or the bolts that you used as the standoff. So I was kind of like, why in the heck doesn't this come with screws? But then I realized, it's because we already have them. It's got the little standoffs. So these will actually be touching the Millennium Falcon and then interfacing with the mount itself. Then you've got your you know, your actual mounting bolts, or you know, to mount them into your studs or walls, etc., etc. So there's those, and I'm just going to pull this out and set this aside. Oops. So this is the actual mount. And this is what will mount to the Millennium Falcon. And I'm not sure exactly which holes are supposed to mount where. I don't think it's these inside holes. I think it's the outside. I'm pretty sure it's these 4 outside holes, but Again, I haven't tried it. It's going to be really interesting to see how these outside holes mount. And this all, this folds out. This would mount to your wall right here, so it's going to fold out like this. And then you'll also be able to tilt this somehow. Oh, maybe I've got it upside down. You'll be able to tilt this a little bit, but not really that much. Well, actually, you can tilt it more. You just have to remove this big screw right up here, because that kind of it's basically a TV mount, so it's designed to tilt it up or down slightly. Not for mounting a Millennium Falcon. So this was not custom built for the Falcon. It's just like a pretty standard television mount. Oh, actually, not only do you have to unbolt this one, but you also have to take this thing out as well in order to really get some tilt on it. Because I don't think you're going to want your Millennium Falcon sideways. I mean, you might sometimes, but I can't imagine me really wanting it out that much. But I don't know, we'll see. Again, you could mount it to something on a piece of wood or table. Well, I don't know if you'd want to put it in the middle of your kitchen table or anything, but it would almost make a little bit more sense to mount it like that for display, and then you could just move this up or down, if you want the Falcon taking off, and then you'd have a little bit more flexibility as far as how it, is it turning or banking. You could have it like a nice bank like this. I think that would actually be a lot cooler. You could mount it from the ceiling and have a ceiling mount. So there are some options. It's not the best mount on, in the world. But as much as people have been trashing this mount, it's actually better. It's very solid. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And as long as you mount, your two center posts to a, wood stud in the wall, and anchor the two sides down, I don't think you're going to have it, I don't think it's going to fall off or anything like that. So anyway, that's that. And set that aside, out of the way. And we are, let's see, 97. So I'm going to switch the camera view here really quick, and we'll get started with issue 97. Oh, and then the other thing I forgot to mention were the issues from the month 25. Let me make sure I got my focus here. So we got issue 97, which I'm not going to really go through this too much, but we've got these greeblies here. Again, tons of stuff to do. We've got all this stuff here to install. Issue 98. This is the heavy freighter that Han Solo is piloting in The Force Awakens. Pretty cool. I haven't seen this picture of it yet, so it's kind of hard to see. They don't really, show you too much of the outside of it during The Force Awakens, but so yeah, basically just installing more greeblies, and then the optional, talks about the optional bracket, and then also assembling the landing legs. So I guess in this issue we will be installing the landing legs. So we've got the single legs and then the dual legs. I'm also going to be mounting these with magnets. I actually got these little magnets. I think I might have mentioned this before because I've already put magnets on some of my... Actually, there's a screw. I've already glued some of the panels with magnets to put those on so that they're easy to take off, and they're not super easy to take off, but they're way easier than if they were glued. So I'm going to try to do the same thing with the landing gear. Hopefully I'll be successful with that. This ship, whatever that's from, I don't know what any of this is from. Let's see, finishing the underside, it talks about installing the remaining parts, the gun turret, which I still actually need to do. I'm still working on it. I've got the parts over here. I need to polish those up. Getting the bottom finished off, installing the landing feet. You know, whether or not you're going to be using those or not. I'm actually really surprised with how, like, what a poor job they've done on this model here. Like with the paint and everything, I mean, it's really, really amateur. You know, there's like paint leaking over here. I mean, it's pretty bad, which it was really surprising to me. Detailing the engine bay cover. The shield deflectors, and then more bits and bobs there. And then finally with issue 100, they're probably going to say, you know, goodbye to us and thank you for all the money that we've spent with them. Starkiller base, flight maneuvers, and your next parts. This is mainly all of these extra, all the extra pieces that we've been kind of hanging on to forever. From issue 47, 49, 52, 53, 54. I don't know why they didn't just have us install these back then. I think it would have been, you know, just fine to do that. But, you know, whatever. Hopefully there's just nothing on the bottom. Hopefully it's all on the top. So we have to go through all of this. We've got tons and tons and tons of parts to install along the tube there. And yeah, tons of stuff. And then finally we'll be done and all will be good. So let's get started with issue 97. And again, I'm just going to pull this in. I'm going to use a couple paint cans here, or paint bottles, to kind of prop this up. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I'm just going to kind of set this in the background here. Fit the three vents in the same way as you did in the last issue. And as far as parts go, nothing in there. A piece of paper. That is a lot of parts. Look at all those little parts that we're going to be installing. And we have even more parts. And then we've got, okay, we've got two more landing gear parts. Again, I think all of these are identical. And then we've got the two gear landing bay thing, or landing gear pieces here. So I'm just going to set those aside, and we'll start off again with these guys, which are going to go like that, like that, and like that. It's starting to look like the Millennium Falcon. Well, I guess it's kind of looked like that for a long time, but yeah. Uh-oh. No, don't tell me this has happened. It's getting to the point where I might need to buy another bottle of this stuff. Okay, so we're gonna concentrate on this one first. And again, I'm just putting a small bead around this outer edge. Okay, ow. And again, just trying to push down to make sure that it, you know, makes good contact with both panels. I think there will be pieces down here, so if the vents don't fit, you know, all the way with, you know, if they don't glue, you know, completely flat, that's okay, because there will be parts covering that up. Same deal here. Okay. And again, trying to align it with the holes there and pushing down. Now, there's definitely going to be a gap under here on this back side part, so I'm really hoping that you know, there's going to be something covering it up. I am going to just kind of push down on it just to see if I can get it to kind of bond. Which would, you know, which which would be better. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna really bond like I want it to. Okay. All right. Press that down. And I think we're good to go. How's that? Finally got the engine grills on here. Let's see. So 3 vents, and then it says remove the details from the sprues as you need them. And then we're going to need this one first. Actually, it looks like this piece is broken up here. So we're going to have to kind of take some extra care at cutting this off. Glue the tab on the back of number 1 to the slot indicated. Okay. So this has kind of like a long bit there. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. I know that the position that I work in, it does kind of make it very difficult to show you precisely, where I, glue each piece into. Okay, so it looks like this piece glues onto here. I'm gonna need to look at the final picture because they're not okay. So there's a little slot right here where this is going to glue into. It's going to fit like this with the kind of the pin part facing backward. And I'm just wondering if I can. Yes, I can. Yeah. Just trying to fit this down like so. And we're going to get some cotton here and just kind of dab up some of that excess super glue. And when you use your cotton, just kind of, well, I didn't want to pull it out that much, but kind of fluff it out a little bit so that, it's not too solid. Part number 2 to the corresponding slot in the other side. Part number 2 is okay. They do show it in the magazine, but they have the part in a very strange orientation. And we'll basically just do the same thing. I think that'll do there. If the glue ever decides to take hold. Okay. Part number 3. So we're looking at this panel here. Just like this. Oh yeah, these need sanding here pretty good. Okay, where does this one go? This piece, it says, glue the pins on the back of 3 to these 2 holes which it looks like it goes like this, but I don't think it does. It has to go out like that. But let's look at the picture. Nope, actually it goes in. I was wrong. So it looks like it is going to go right here. And like that. Uh-oh. Glued that together. Okay. All right. 4 is basically the same part, which will glue to the opposite side, I'm assuming. So we'll... Oh, this has got a square side on the other side. Is that the right one? Yep. Oh. Misplacing things here is always fun. And again, the little block side there faces inward. It's going to go right in these two little holes right here. Great. Okay. All right. Next up, glue the tab and pin on the back of part number 5, which is this piece here. This one's going to be interesting because we're going to have to sand it off, I think. Quite. This one is, I just want to make the, the sides of these little round bits, uniform. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that, I guess. And where does this go? This goes... looks like it's going to go right up here. Like right... There's like a kind of a square piece and a little pin. So that should fit like right in there like that. Is that right? Yes. I am convinced. Okay, hopefully, there we go. Glue the tab on the back of number 6, which I guess is like this little post here. Like that, and this. Just file the ends off really quick. And where does this go? This goes... It has like a square tab, and I think it's supposed to go in this larger square tab right down here at the bottom, because there's like a large square and then like a little tiny notch, which is somewhat square. And I think it's just supposed to like lay up. You know, they show them putting it down, but they don't actually show them with it down. So I think it's supposed to kind of go like right like this, maybe? Like that. Yep, I guess that is the way it's supposed to go. So I'm gonna put glue on the tab here, and then just run a little bead up the bottom of that piece, and then I just hope that I don't glue myself to it, which I have done. It's all right though, and it's gonna go right like that. Uh-oh. There, like that. Okay, I'm happy. Oh, and then we have an identical piece that's going to go here on the opposite side. Okay. And do the kind of, well, yeah, we're going to do the exact same thing here. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Now we have these pieces here, these two big round pieces. Part number 8. 8 out of 48, I think. Tons of parts to do this time. This one goes down here. Now there's a little notch, so we need to make sure which way it goes on. And it's showing that the notch actually goes aft, like this. So the little notch in the ring kind of points to the rear. So we're just gonna glue that. Put a little dab around the inside of the circle, not too much. And then glue that down like this. And then we have the exact same piece pretty much to go on the opposite side. And same thing, notch goes aft. Right over here, this big square or larger square right there. Want to kind of position it first, how I'm going to set it down. So it's going to be set like that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's see, 3 more pieces from this first side. Next is part number 10. And it looks like this part goes like right here. Yep. So just to the left of the lower or the rear left vent, there's 2 pinholes. Very easy. Those just go right like that. And then the little side piece kind of fits into the grooves there. So that should be a pretty easy piece. It was very easy to align and put in there. Next we have 2 pieces that are similar to the first 2 pieces that we installed, just with like longer antennas. So just be careful where to cut the ends off. This is piece 11, I think. Yes. Yes. Okay. And this is going to go over here into this rectangular piece. Or not piece, but a hole here. And it's essentially just going to kind of stick out to the side here. So let's get this piece ready to glue, and very easy. Next, we've got basically the exact same thing on the opposite side. Same thing, but over here. Okay. I know my arm is in the way. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, right like that. Next, we've got these two monstrous pieces, 13 and 14. So let's cut this first. Part number 13 out. And again, my convex file is going to come in very handy right here. And the flat one, just to lightly go down the outside here. All right, this piece is going to fit on the outside, whoops, over here, like so. Okay. And we'll just put glue in these two holes on the two pegs here. And I'm just going to kind of draw a circle here in the center. And just put a little bit up here and a little bit over here. And then kind of maybe down at the bottom edges there. And then I'm just going to spread it out. Okay, here goes. Where are the... Okay, there they are. And I am kind of pushing it forward so that it, you know, pushes up against the back of the, the engine vent as much as possible. All right. And the same for the other side. Okay. This piece is going to go same position, just opposite side, right in here. Drop it right in there like that. Again, kind of just push forward on it just a little bit, not too much, and hold that into position. And maybe dab away some of the excess super glue if we've got some there. And let's see. One more piece for our first page. It's going to be right here. Well, for the second page actually of the build. Okay. Might have to do this in two parts, this issue. Okay, this piece looks like it goes right up here. Oh, flipped it upside down. It's gonna go right. Wait. Yep. So it's going to go right there. Huh, I thought there would be something a little bit more significant covering the center there. But it does. It looks like it's got two pegs on the top. So there might be some more stuff. I'm just going to put it on the bottom. There. Okay. All right, so that's the first page. We're going to move to the next page. Really quick, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and hopefully I've got a slightly different view. It's kind of hard. It's always hard for me to go back and forth and tell. Let's see here. What part do I have? Let's see. Glue the tab on 16. 16. Okay, so it goes 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, blah, blah, blah. So 16 is this first piece. And just kind of gotta sand the bottom part of this out. Okay. Let's see, where does this go? This goes over here. There's like a little square hole. Let's make sure I got my glue going. Okay, good. And I think, is this right? Yeah. Put a little glue down in the hole there. And just try to set it right there. Okay. I might have a little bit of, maybe not. It's weird, like the illustrations in the guide, they always show you where to, put the piece, but they don't really show you like what it looks like after you install it. Ah! Sorry, my file decided to dive into my lap. Okay. This one I think kind of goes on an identical spot, but on the other side. I don't... Are these supposed to have like a little... I can't really tell if it's actually supposed to have that little notch there. I'm going to leave it there on this one, though. Just for fun, I guess. Wait a second. Yeah. There's another little square right over here. Again, we'll put some glue on there. I know you guys love it when I cover up where I'm gluing with my hand, but there's kind of not a easier way to position the camera without having a cameraman. Okay, next, glue the tab on the back of 18 into this square hole. Looks like it's this one right down here, kind of up from the red patch there. Same part, same type of part. And I have decided to do this issue, and I might actually end up doing the rest of the build in two-part issues because we have tons of work to do in like each issue. I mean, and we're talking like at least 50 or 60 greeblies in every single one. Okay, this one goes with this one kind of goes on sideways, so it's going to go like that with the two kind of square bits pointing outward. So again, just like that. There's probably going to be a matching one right there, maybe. Could it be? Yes, it is. Okay. And I bet this one is going to go with the little feet sticking towards the left instead of the right. That would be my guess, and it looks like I'm correct. Okay. And then we have the next piece, which is kind of like this little boxy looking piece here. So it'll be 16, 17, 18, 19. I guess this is part 20. Yes, it is. But I am looking forward to trying to get all the issues done rather quickly. So I might try to pump out some of these episodes pretty quick, or at least as fast as I can, because it's going to be warming up here soon, and I'm going to finally be able to start priming and painting. This piece looks like it goes up here. There's a little square right there. And so I guess it's going to go right like that. I guess. And again, you can always refer to the final page. Yeah, just like that right there. So I am just going to put some glue on the bottom. Kind of line it up there. And again, I think I got a little bit too much. I think that's going to be just fine. Glue the 2 pins on part number 21, which is this piece. I guess this is going to go 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, which is going to take us to the end of this next page. So this will be the end of this sprue, and then we'll break, and then we'll come back for an issue 97 part 2, because we've got all of these to do. There's a ton of parts on there, and I don't want to make this episode like 2 hours long, which would be kind of ridiculous. Okay, so this piece goes, looks like it goes over here. Kind of pointing to the right in a way. Like that. Is that correct? That it is. So this basically just fits right down there. That'll be easy enough. Where are my tweezers? Here they are. Okay, just want to get a little bit of glue in the holes, and then just kind of on the outside of this piece, and we'll turn this right around. Kind of set it down like that. And we'll just move right along to the next piece. And I'm assuming this is going to go on the opposite side, pointing in the opposite direction. However, it shows that it's pointing right also, the same direction as the first one. But on the full printout, or on the full layout here, it actually shows that it's pointing kind of in that direction. And when I say pointing, I mean it's a square. Where does it point? But there's kind of like a little symbol on the back of it that kind of looks slightly like an arrow. Now, where did the piece go? Okay, there we go. Where did the piece go? Okay. Okay. And again, just making sure that I get a nice small bead of super glue around the edge there. Perfect. Golly, that like stuck right in place as soon as I put that down. Oh, next is part number 23, which I guess are going to be these two, 23 and 24, which they probably go right next to that. Okay, let's see, where does this go? Where does this one go? Okay, it looks like it's gonna go over here, right next to our last piece, or second to last piece. This piece is kind of tough because it's somewhat rounded. It's not tough. What am I talking about? Who am I joking? I'm totally making this kit out to be way harder than it is. Just so that you guys are impressed, right? Ooh, whoa, way too much glue there. Where is my... There it is. No, I want to make sure that I don't move that. Okay, got a little bit too much on there. I'm guessing we're going to put the other one right on the other side. And then next we have like these three really small little pieces. Actually, they're kind of like these little grills. What was that? Oh, okay. Just one of my files that I don't use as often. Nope. Caught it just in time. I would almost think this kit would be easier as a child because, you know, all these little small pieces would probably be a little bit easier to work with, but I can't go back in time. Same kind of deal here. All right, so I'll just kind of let that sit. Next, we have three of these little pieces. So where does this go? Okay, it looks like the first one goes right here. There's kind of like this little box next to the lower engine vent, the lower center one. So there's a box here, there's a box here, there's a little slot right there, and another one right there. And that's where it looks like those pieces go. So, but we've got three of them. So I'm going to cut two out really quick. They're all the same, so it's not like it's going to be the end of the world if you mix them up. Sand off. Oh, there is kind of like a little angle to them though. Glue the tab on the back of this, on the back of 25 to this rectangular hole. I don't know if you can see, but one side is thicker than the other. So I'm going to put the, I think I'm going to put the thick side towards the inside. I think. Let's look at the other page and see if it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that gut instinct. It looks like the thicker part goes on the inside. So on the right, it's going to be thicker on the left, narrower on the right. And then we'll just flip the other one around to go opposite on the other side. And okay. In line with everything else. I'm happy with that. Sand the second piece. This is, what is this? Part number 26. Okay, and then the last piece we're going to do this issue is, drum roll please, where is it? Glue the tab on the back of 27 to this rectangular hole. It looks like it's going to be this one. Oh, I see, because they have this installed onto the Falcon. It looks a little bit different. Yes, 27. This time it looks like the thicker part is kind of towards the outside, pointing inward. And we are done with another sprue. Like a pretty crazy full one too. Okay. I'm just going to hold it like I want it. I want you. Not like that, guys. Not like that, actually. And we'll just hold that in place for a moment. And I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so there we go. We've got half, basically half, well, one sprue done. It might not actually be half. Sorry, my chair's creaking around again. But we have all of these pieces to put on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are actually two pieces here. 10, 11. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're missing a piece. Dun, dun, dun. That really sucks. I mean, it's probably just like a tiny little pin. I might be able to fabricate something like this because I don't want to, you know, tell D'Agostini to send me like a whole sprue just for this one little piece. So I could probably take a piece of like wire like this, because it's kind of the same size and everything. And here, I got a little piece right there. I could probably fab that. So anyway, I'll have to take care of that in the next issue. So if you want to see how I do that, be sure to subscribe and get updates on when my videos go live, or if it already has gone live, just click the next video and watch the next one in the playlist. Please do not forget to hit the thumbs up button, as it helps me out a lot. And please, well, I think I already said to subscribe for this and many more videos. I am Brad M73. This has been the first half of issue 97 of the Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. We'll see you guys next time for the second half. Bye for now.